Okay, this is a tutorial for Google Jamboard and how you can use Jamboard to create bingo and you can play it with the whole class. So what I will say first of all is as of right now, Google Jamboard only has 20 slides maximum. So if you have more than 20 students, then you may need to pair them up or make a copy of the Jamboard so that you can have more people play with the Jamboard. But for the most part, most of my classes are okay enough in their size that I can probably just have almost everybody work on a different Jamboard. So what you will do is when you click expand frame bar, each participant who is on the Jamboard, you can see their icon in a circle right above here, above the frame. And this way, everybody will take a different one. So make sure you can tell them at the very beginning of the activity, right? So that not everyone is working on the same Jamboard because they all look identical right now. So what I did was I made this first slide as my template. And actually, if you see here, this is my own background picture. So what I did is I went to here, I clicked set background, and this is the image that I have. So you can use any other image, right? For example, if I do blank bingo board, I believe I tried that first and I didn't really see anything I wanted, and especially because I do teach Chinese, and one of the challenges often is, right, so right now I don't really see anything. So what I did is, because I didn't really see anything I wanted, and I wanted to make sure I had only Chinese characters onto here, so I actually went to Word, I believe, or Paint, and I just made my own template and then I copy that over. So for example, I go here and I create a blank document, and then I can just make a layout here myself with the table, right? So I can do a bingo board and make my own. Again, because in Chinese we have characters, and that's usually a big challenge for students who are not heritage learners. So what I did for this version of the Jamboard is I made a reverse bingo. What that means is everybody has the same bingo board, so all of these boards are identical. However, I have directions over here on my sticky note. So if you click here, you can see that there's even a shortcut for it if you do Control Shift P or just click sticky note, and then you can have a sticky note over here. I made this the directions, right? So use the circle or highlight any 5 boxes. So whatever people want to do, if they want to highlight it, then they go to the highlighter and they click this color, for example. And then so I'm going to highlight any 5, right? 1, 2, 3, or I can use the circle if I want to. And what I do is I come over here to the cursor and I click this, and I can click duplicate to duplicate the circle. And so I can move this over. So I am going to make these my 5 choices, right? Again, it's a reverse bingo. So that means everyone has the same board, but you get to pick your different spots. And so over here, you'll notice, right, this is the only side with this looks different. So on this slide, right, I'm also going to put my name. Okay. And this way people know that this is my bingo board that I'm working on, right? So if you see over here, this looks different than all the other frames now. And so one of the things you do need to be careful about is, well, you're going to have at least some people, right, working on the same Jamboard, which does slow things down sometimes. So just be aware of that if the students are telling you that it's a little bit laggy. It's not too bad though. I think I've seen more than 20 people working on the same Jamboard, and it's really okay. It depends on their own internet connection. But from my end, in terms of seeing everyone's progress and monitoring that, I think it actually works fine. Okay. So, like I said, here you can pick any 5, and then for you, right, I would suggest that for the teacher, whoever is saying the words, right, you can kind of just make your own thing, right, and you can maybe create a new Word document or a document somewhere, right, so that you not sharing that information, like the answer key with the students. So this way you can um, maybe type out the words that you want to say as you're saying them, right? And then this way, whoever has their 5 that are chosen, then they can say that they won and they got bingo. The point of this also is that for you as the teacher, you can monitor their progress. So what that means, right, is for example, sometimes um, people may think that no one's looking at their board and they're like kind of cheating in bingo, right, and moving their circles around. Well, this way you can see, right, when people are editing or moving or changing different things. Or for example, if I move to a few frames across the board and I notice that someone else, instead of focusing on bingo, is just doodling, but not only are they doodling, they're not paying attention, right? So just be aware of that. That's one way that you can actually use bingo as a class activity with Google Jamboard. And I am sure there are many other examples of this as well. Feel free to play around with Google Jamboard and also feel free to share. Okay, nope.